कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि अगर डिजर्ट्स फैटनिंग नहीं होते तो कितना बढ़िया होता. That's why I try to replace high calories in desserts with low calorie substitutes. But that also only just sometimes. Today, we're making a fabulous dessert that's all the way from Sicily. It's the cassata alla siciliana or the Sicilian cream tart. It's a simple one, a beautiful sponge layer cake filled with delightful ricotta cheese filling. So the first thing we start with are the eggs. Here it is, the yellow and the white separate. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our egg yolks into this glass bowl. And give this a nice whisk. We're going to be adding a little sugar at a time. Now into this, we're going to be adding some orange zest. And to this, I'm now going to add a little lime juice. Add our flour to this. Our cake mix is now ready. We now have to add our egg whites. We're going to add a tiny pinch of salt to it. So this is what you call soft peaks, which means our egg whites are ready to be added into the cake batter. Our cake batter mix is absolutely ready, and now all I have to do is bake our cake. What I have with me is a pan spray. This is a buttered spray. Now, all I have to do is pour my batter into this pan. So here it is. Our cake is now ready to go into the oven, 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. And here it is, a beautiful golden honey-colored sponge cake. And now we're going to start with making the filling. We're going to use ricotta. To the ricotta, we're going to be adding some sugar. Now that the sugar has all mixed into the ricotta, I'm going to be adding some nicely, finely diced chocolate and, of course, toasted almonds and cherries, candied cherries, a pinch of cinnamon. So our cake is now cooled down, and I'm going to cut the cake up, and I'm going to sandwich the ricotta in the middle of this cake. And now we're just going to slice this into half. So now we put cling film into this cake mold. Put your hand into the tin and just shape it. Okay, this is as simple as it is. Now, let's start. You take your bottom sponge, going to put it at the base of this. What I have here with me is some lovely rum syrup. So now, here is the ricotta filling. That's so rich and so yummy. Turn this around and just give it some little semblance. And now the top piece goes over this like so. And now we're gonna douse this on rum. Our little cassata is now ready. I'm gonna put it into the fridge and chill it. So now what we're gonna do is make our sugar glaze. For that I need a nice non-stick pan and of course powdered sugar. Here's my sugar. Here's my water. We're just going to wait for it to boil. When it comes to the consistency we want, we're going to leave it to cool, and then that's what we're going to put on the topmost part of the cake. Now what I'm going to do is add a small squeeze of lime. So we're going to get our cake that has now completely cooled inside our fridge. All right, here it is. Our cake is completely cooled. Pull this entire cake out. I'm going to transfer this onto this cake tray. Be really careful. This is done. This is cornstarch here. I'm going to take a little marzipan. And then, now carefully with a pizza cutter, I'm going to cut this. Okay, and now I'm going to roll this so it becomes easier to put it on the side of the cake. So here goes. We're going to use a little fresh cream to decorate the side of this cake. And now I'm going to put this into the fridge and just chill it. Now, I'm sure you want to see how this is done. So please take a look at the recap very, very, very carefully.
Sicilian Cassata. In a bowl, whisk 6 egg yolks and add 60 gram white sugar gradually. Whisk it again. Add 1 teaspoon orange zest, 25 ml lemon juice and 120 gram cake flour. Whisk it into a nice homogeneous batter. In a separate bowl, take 6 egg whites and whisk it until it forms soft peaks. Now, fold the egg whites into the cake batter mix in 3 parts. Spray 1 to 2 tablespoon butter in a baking container and pour the batter in it. Now, in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, bake for 20 minutes. Your sponge cake is ready. For the ricotta filling, in a bowl, add 45 gram ricotta cheese and 40 gram icing sugar. Mix it well. Add 60 gram grated chocolate, 20 gram chopped toasted almonds, 30 gram chopped candied cherries, and half teaspoon cinnamon powder. Mix it well. Your ricotta filling is ready. Now cut the top layer of the baked sponge cake and divide it into 2 equal portions from the center. Place a cling film in the baking container and add 1 layer of sponge cake as a base. Smear 6 tablespoons rum syrup and pour the ricotta filling over it. Cover the filling with the last layer of sponge cake and smear rest of the rum syrup. For sugar glaze, in a pan add 100 gram powdered sugar and 200 ml water. Simmer it on a low flame. Add 1 teaspoon lemon juice and cook until it reaches a desired consistency. Now roll out the 100 gram pista marzipan into even strips and place it around the cake. Decorate the sides with fresh cream and pour the sugar glaze on top of it. Cool the cake in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Once chilled, garnish the cake with cherries. Your Sicilian cassata is ready.